It's one of the greatest commands. Yeah, we've got a couple of cool commands with StreamerBot for audio stuff. I'd like to make more. I didn't do more because at the time we ended up switching from Satisfactory to focusing on Minecraft for the summer to finish Westhill, so I need to return to it and do more. Thanks, Sandy. Mr. Yellow, how's it going? How's your Monday? No, Tuesday. Today's Tuesday. Awesome. Good to hear. Good to hear. So we'll bring in the concrete first, and then I'll do the water. Does anybody know if you can use the blueprint designer to design water extractors? I don't know that you can. I was going to restart the game after coming back from break. Maybe we'll see what the frame rate does. Maybe I just need to reload the save or something. It seems to just hitch every once in a while. Are you seeing that too on stream? You cannot use extractors or miners and blueprints. Oh, that's a pain in the butt. Corn Dragon, thanks for the info. That's all right. It's not too difficult to lay them out, but it's a pain in the butt. I could use it for the pipes, I'm sure. All right. So before I get carried away here, one of the things I should do is update my map. So this is limestone number 1. Overclocked to 1200 per minute. And this is going to wet concrete production. And we will update our sheet. Cool. So now I just need to make this look nicer. Too short. Maybe? Hold on. Right, because I moved that off of the grid. it might be worth it to do a lift. Maybe the thing to do is going to be this. Can I get that lined up? I can get that lined up pretty straight. Okay. So we can do something like this. Seriously? Trying to work here. From here, oh, I don't have the room. Let's ditch that and ditch that. Added bonus. You are no longer going to be walking in my way. Whoops. I think that looks pretty good. I need to change my basic belt construction. I think this is currently standard, so we'll change the standard to... Is this what we want for the belt? I think I want something a little bit more neutral. I could make the belts more energon colored. Maybe we'll just go with purple. They still look like they have... I thought... Oh yeah, okay, so it does take the secondary color. So now I just have to take this belt and just carry it through everywhere. Takes a long time to render in. Probably a little section here. Yeah. Don't need that anymore. You can use blueprints to lay a foundation with holes in it, and then nudge the water extractor into the hole. Not perfect, but it still looks nice. Okay, yeah. A hole in it. Yeah. I've done some like overlapping concrete constructions with water extractors that looks really cool. All right, that is the end of the line. This is just that. I don't think there's anything in between there. I mean, it would show it slowing down, I guess. I can't ride it and change it at the same time. That's too bad. I wonder if my computer can even handle 1200 belts. I'm purposely going slow because I don't want there to be anything that I miss because it's not rendering in fast enough. So like if I miss a small section because I'm moving too fast, it'd be a pain in the butt. Yeah, I like that you can color them too, Sandy. I just wish that it was a little bit more obvious. It could also just be my settings. Like I might have to reduce the graphical settings a bit. Does anybody know of like a really good graphic setting to dial down if you're getting choppy performance? I mean, I also don't have the best computer. Shouldn't say that. I don't have the best video card. My processor is fine. But my motherboard and my graphics card, not the best. So, we are adding... What are we adding to that belt that we do not want to add to that belt? Okay, so that is going to be a problem. We have to add those to a different belt. That's just going to back up. So we will do that with the neighbor, I guess. That's going to put, what are these? Radio control units. I don't think they're being pulled off anywhere. They are. They look like they were just being pulled along. So they do need to get over that side. Crap. I should be able to do that here. That's just a Mark 1. Man, sometimes this game is just a real pain. Oh, I am cheating. Just when you think you've built a big enough facility with enough room, survey says you have not. Okay, so then this is a merger. And I just change this to here. Now these should go on this belt. Yep, I think, yep. And then they should be grabbed by this and sent over here. Slowly, but working. Okay, good. Now I can get rid of this and that and that. And resume. Why can I not fit through the door that's giant? Right, so this is our section. We do not need the overflow, I don't think, to be Mark 6, because we will just add Mark 6 to everything here. Defro, hello, hello. Do you have DLSS on my video card? That's a really good question. Would that show up in the settings? I have found that reducing far shadow trace distance to near greatly increase performance. Shadow trace distance. Far shadow trace distance to default. Try that on near and we'll see. You have an Intel card. I have a NVIDIA 1660 Ti GeForce. And thought there was a, I thought I could change the anti-alien method, but I guess I can only do that probably before we start playing. So we will not meet it past here. This is going to divide this into 2 bays, so we need to think about what we're doing here now. So this will be, what did I say was going to be 10 refineries? Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I only need 1 more on each side, right? Oh, that might not look the best. It might be better to overclock these, you know? I could just put a couple of power shards in here and just overclock these to produce the right amount. Because this is like a blueprint for 4. And if I just make another one, I don't think it's going to be the same. Hold on. So it would go like that, but I don't need them all to be in a row. guess I could line them all up on the wall. So instead of having 4 and 4, or 5 and 5, I could just have 10 go all the way down the side. That would probably be a better use of the space. Not seeing much for performance changes. The last thing I would check would be the belt item frequency option, considering your world is massive. Helps especially when you get to Mark 6. Let's just try that quickly. Belt item frequency. Is it under video? Conveyor belt item frequency. Capped at 60. What would you change it to? Cap it at 30. I can't change it back, apparently? Well, that's annoying. What if I liked it at 60? I kind of like having this. It matches up nicely. But then I'd still have to figure out how to do 2. But if I do 2, I think that has a better end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Added another one. I thought there was a way to link these up and snap them, but it doesn't seem to want to snap. Oh, I'm missing quartz. Feels a little bit smoother down here, but maybe that's helped. I thought you could snap blueprints to one another, but maybe oh, there we go. So one thing we could do is, because this comes so close to the end of the room here, we could just do 12 and underclock them so that it looks good and I don't have to worry about figuring out whether 10 looks good. So like if I remove the last 2, yeah, that doesn't work out. Okay, we'll do, got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we've got 2 more machines than we need. I do this a lot when I want something to look good. So we're gonna go with, it will be underclocked. Why did it, it's weird how it copied the blueprint with the wrong settings. Huh. Okay, well, we'll do, so it's 1200 divided by 12 now instead of 10. So it's just 100 per minute. So that's 80%. No. 88%? That's so strange. How do you not do... Oh, it's one of those. Well, that's annoying. I mean, we're still making more than we need. And it might be worth it to split this up somehow. I've got 2 spots here at the end. I could put a space between each one. Jody Illyria subscribing with Prime, taking advantage of September and getting that sub in there. I guess Prime is not part of September, but appreciate it. We're actually getting really close to 100 subs for September. 92. Thanks very much, Jody. And yes, remind everyone, September is here. Jody says, just popping in to say hi and lurk while getting some work done. Well, thanks very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, this is not snapping the way that you'd expect it to. Well, that worked out rather nicely. All right, so I think that's going to work. We will have to revamp the way that the water comes in, because currently we're using this space, and that is going to be tricky. So all those will go away, but these will stay. And these are done. Have to cover them up. And the water comes in over this way. M-Dog, how's it going? So we'll bring the water in probably closer to this one, and we'll split it left and right from over here. So now we have to go bring the water in. Hey, that is a hype train. M-Dog subscribing at tier 1 for 6 months in advance. That's amazing. Thanks so much, M-Dog. That saves you 30% and kicks off a hype train. We are now at 62% of the way through level 1. Thanks so much, M-Dog. So now the thing is to bring in more water. And I don't know, I feel like the water that I've got coming in is all being used. I've got these 3 pipes, and they're going places. I feel like that's all going to aluminum. It looks like these 3 are definitely all being used. That's 4 being used. I think I only have the 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, so we got to do the bottom one, and that's fine. SweetSandi with 100 bits, September hype. Thanks very much. Appreciate that. So for September, folks, tier 1 subs are 25% off for 1 and 3 months. And they are 30% off for a full 6 months. Your favorite streamers still get the same cut, but you save. So Twitch is getting the discount. I regret putting this water facility so far away. So, what did we do at the bottom right? This is the first bay. So we will have to mimic this on the other side. Don't know how far down that is. It's not, it looks like it's 3 meters. Looks about right to me. And that is not quite in the center. I would say that's... Oh, that's off, isn't it? That's annoying. We can probably do this better. This might line up with the one over there. No, it's not giving me any kind of indication. Probably want to line this up with the middle of the first thing here, so we probably want to do something like this. That will give it something to line up to, and then I'll just do this in a way that makes sense. How close is this to the wall? Does it actually touch it? Looks like it actually touches it. Oh, that wall's in a weird spot. It's not what I thought. That's in the middle. Is that in the middle? Because that would make sense. Yeah, okay, so that is in the right spot. Looks like they're kind of overlapping the wall by just a tiny bit. What if we just go up and touch the wall? I'm not sure why it's not showing up. And then I probably just used a regular height thing. must have this on a different level. No. Water in Minecraft and water in Satisfactory. No, that's the right level. Okay. So why does this water extractor float higher than the other ones? Corn Dragon, thanks so much for being here. Appreciate it. Have a good day. Have a good day at work. Right? Like that is... That sticks up higher. Yeah, like by a lot. Why is it doing that? That doesn't line up. That's close, but not quite. What? Why? Why is the game nudging this into a different height than everything else that I've built over the years? It's so bizarre. Unless these are also at different heights. These are all the same. Oh, no, that's a different height. Obviously, so that goes down to the level. Okay. I obviously ran into this before and I just didn't remember. But it is time for break.
While the human eye struggles in low visibility, continuing to work in complete darkness does not impress anyone.
True. Very true. Exactly when I press enter. Yes. Yeah. I do get sucked into Satisfactory. Thankfully, the darkness is a good reminder to take a break. Like it does make you kind of like back up. Dog says, I like how multiple platforms are doing the subscribe in advance. Helps me financially justify supporting all creators I support. Oh, you mean like putting things up like ahead of time? With like some savings if you subscribe for longer? Yeah, we do the same thing on the Spawn Chunks now. On the Spawn Chunks Patreon, you can do an annual subscription and you save 10%. So it's basically like getting a free month. So instead of 12 months of the year, you're paying for 11, which is cool. Yeah, exactly. I can sub to the same amount of creators for less money. It's great. Oh, cool. Yeah. No, I think that's awesome. I agree. It's the annual command, Sandy. Not, yeah, 7 years done. I deleted it. I put a note in Mod's channel. It's just bang annual. Because the 7-year promotion's over, right? It's just, the annual is here to stay, but the 7-year promo's over. So, anyway, speaking of stuff, I will be right back.